You are being tried for the murder of Mary Dalton. You will now present your alibi. Your museum nonsense.
Your Honor, we're not guilty. The stamps that you can see on the left side of the painting, they're put there by people of importance to signify that they themselves saw it.
And you can see that in the picture itself, that one of the persons is kneeling before the Mongols. That's the official who's surrendering his uniform for the Mongol uniform. And the Mongols were big on this because they were able to incorporate existing elites into their own bureaucracy, so they didn't have to create a new structure of government. They could just absorb the Chinese one. And that made them very successful conquerors.
Wait, Kansi, let's not talk too much politics. The judge, we're being prosecuted here.
But this is politics. This art is politics.
No, but it's important that we recognize that when we're there in the museum, we saw the art. Now,
Yes.
about the art, you can see in the mountains, in the forest, that the art had soul. You felt something there. That the art of this new Yuan dynasty focused on intricate details, such as trees and plants.
And the intricate
flowers.
details of the people, too.
Exactly. And the previous dynasty didn't do that. And we know the dynasty because we were there at the museum. This next picture that we saw, Your Honor,
No, not this next picture. This next element of this great, intricate work.
that we saw, Your Honor, is actually, as you can see, that the image itself, it's very simple, it's very elegant. You see those little trees, and at the top, you can see the brushstroke that's very present in the Yuan artwork of the dynasty.
In this picture, we can see how our official has been transferred to certain duties. He's now observing the tree gatherers. And the Chinese bureaucracy was very large and intricate, and as I said before, the Mongols were able to absorb it and maintain order, as shown here.
But they weren't able to absorb the painters and artists because they went away into seclusion to draw by themselves. Because they wanted to make political statements against the Mongols and against their conquerors.
Your Honor, this picture really proves our innocence and allows us to date this painting because this picture shows the completion of the southern gate of the city of Dadu. This city was built by the Mongols on the same site as the Chinese city that they destroyed. And when the Chinese took back China, this city became the modern site for the city of Beijing, which is the Chinese capital. And this shows how the medieval history, which would be medieval in Europe, is connected to the present.
Right, Your Honor, as you can see in this next part of the painting, because we saw it, that the artist here is part of the Literati school of painting during the Yuan dynasty. And that stresses repeatedness of certain aspects. You can see with the mountains how he's repeating it. And like you can see further there how it's all tied together to express his personal individuality.
In the zoomed in element here, you can see what I believe to be the Mongol army on march. You can tell that it's the Mongols because they're all on horses. And the Mongols were extremely big on mounted warriors. And also, you see very many different banners. To me, that speaks of the organization of the Mongol army, which was incredibly well organized into teams of 10, 100,000, and 10,000, which would allow for extreme maneuverability and tactical abilities, which allowed the Mongols to defeat their enemies.
See, and that's how they conquered all China and changed their painting style and influenced the whole genre of painting.
And that's why we were there. And we're not
now to the calligraphy, which you guys like. I hope you understand that I was there because I'm describing calligraphy. I'm trying to, every detail I'm trying to get in. Now, Yuan paintings usually they have small calligraphy. They don't have big ones, but this one goes the opposite direction. It features big, giant calligraphy that takes up entire pieces of the painting. And this is really an expressive individuality by the unknown artist because he's going against everyone else. And in a way, the Yuan style are very new, they're very succinct, in contrast to the very chaotic style of the Song dynasty. You can see how in a way the Yuan calligraphy here is very orderly, but then contrast to the newer calligraphy that appeared in later centuries, which was more chaotic. And we were there, Your Honor. We were there at the museum. We just don't have our pins.
We don't.
Or our tickets.
Or tickets.
We don't even live in New York.
We don't.
I have heard enough! Guilty! 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 Guards, take them away and lock them up for the murder of an innocent person!